not that tight. All right, we are. How did you feel when you fired it up for the first time, and how did you feel when you fired it up once you got the work done?
Oh man. So when I first fired it up, it was up in Arlington where I was buying it from. Super cool prior owner, young kid, going to college, so he had got another car, selling this one. He and his dad, they rebuilt the motor, and at that point I didn't know what to expect because it had been on marketplace for so long. They were asking on the high end, which, you know, granted, you put all that work into it, I would too. And we met in the middle at a price and went up. Really did not expect to leave with it. You know, prior projects I've gotten have always bit me in the ass, especially after working in a body shop. I knew what to look at, what to look for. Fired it up, and I mean, it was kid in a candy store. The mods that he had done, you know, long tube headers, custom exhausts, that rebuilt motor. I mean, I felt like an F1 driver. I mean, I felt like I could do anything. And then, you know, I took the whole drive back just blasting Aiden's music. You know, Danger Zone, Sunglasses at Night. I mean, just all the classics. And I mean, it was just, I had 4 hours to bond with it on that first drive. And I mean, it was just, yeah, ever since. And then when I got it home, 3 weeks after I got it home, I put it in my shop to get all the body work and paint work done to it. I sat for a year. So I would, you know, start it up once or twice a week just to keep the battery from dying. While, you know, again, I mean, it was full strip. The interior came fully out, the minus the dash. So all the seats came out, trim panels came out, carpets pulled back. He took the front bumpers off. I mean, front bumper, rear bumper, fenders. I mean, hood, lift gate. Putting it back together was kind of a rush because I was, you know, I was leaving, and I had a better job opportunity that allowed me to see my family more. I didn't know how soon, so at that point I just started turning. I was like, hey, you know, my body tech, my painter, they've been just doing this on their lunch break over the year, which is why it took a year. It took 11 months and 2 weeks to take it apart and paint it, and it took 2 weeks to put it back together. Because at that point I knew I was leaving and had to get it out, because I wasn't about to let this get shanghaied over my dead body. But starting it up after that and rolling it out of the shop, it was, you know, it was Arlington all over again. I drove it for probably an hour after I left just to, you know, drive it on the road again, because it's dream car. His dream car. I mean, it's not a supercar. It's not a, you know, Porsche 911 whatever, but this is my Porsche 911. You know, this is everything I've wanted in a car since I was a kid.
You had listened to a bunch of 80s songs on the way from Arlington. You had 4 hours. What's the theme song for this one? There's a lot. There's a whole decade to choose from.
Man, I try to remember the name of the song. It's a Madonna song. Maybe no, Cher. It's a tie between the Cher song and Danger Zone. Because anytime I pop up them headlights, it's like fighter mode. I mean, I feel like Tom Cruise in a freaking fighter jet with this thing. I bet it's the little things that just make you smile. You know, two little motors, pop up headlights, and you're like, oh hey, I'm cooler than you.
What little things? Go through them.
Oh yeah, you got the pop-up headlights, you got the lumbar. What else? You got the ashtrays. I got two quarter slots. You know, so if I ever go through some tolls, I can just throw change at them. The fogs, I love the fogs. I didn't like the original headlights in this though. I have changed them out for LED conversions because it was like holding a candle to piece of foil. I mean, I love the ergonomics of the seats because, you know, you can raise the headrest, bring it forward, bring it back, all just by touching. Toyota was so ahead of their time. You know, it's got digital thermostat. It's got a lot of digital factors in there that's just like really neat. You know, it kind of feels like you're getting into a Jaeger, you know. I don't like the farm tractor speedometer.
One thing I was noticing is that front bumper. Tell me about the front bumper.
Custom 101 by Racing. That is actually the initials of my prior tech. He used to build race cars. He's a body man. When I first purchased the car, I didn't realize this, but the pre-face or post-facelift, excuse me, which this is a post-facelift, because in 89 or 88 to 89, they did a post. They went from one solid grille to a dual small grille, and then they added this piece in here. But there were shark teeth, for lack of better terms, that ran across, or shark fins, however you want to put it, as a lower grille here. These bumpers have about 10 to probably 15 metal brackets that just hold it together. And I mean, they are metal brackets. They are all over the place. But what we did was we removed the entirety of the lower grille. This metal piece right here is an aluminum lower impact bar from a newer Sequoia. We've got 3 rivets on each side holding that in place, as well as the 2 front rivets. It is sturdy as all get out. We also tack welded the front grille, and then of course painted it all to match. So they were all separate before assembly. We just painted it all, put it together. I love it. I love the look of it because, again, one of one. No other Supra has this. It's clean and it's not like overly gaudy, and it matches the factory lid. I mean, perfect. But I mean, I love it because it gives a more aggressive feel.
So you kind of you touched on it a little bit before. Who helped you most?
I'll leave out last names just in case they don't want me sharing or anything like that. So I had my body man in my shop, Eric. I'd say he probably helped me the most because he and we kind of came up. I was a service advisor at the time. He was the tech I was assigned to. I left, came back as the manager, and I mean, throughout that entire time, because I had the working relationship with him, because I'd always help him out any chance I got, it really stuck with him. He helped me without even, wanting anything. I of course, forced money into his pockets any chance that I got. I go on my paint team. They knocked it out. They killed it. Chris and Kaya, Thelma and Luis, as we call them, they went with it. They, gave me feedback on color choices because I was between this color, which is a 6W3 Evergreen Mica. It's a Toyota color, but I was between that and a BMW, like a forest green, similar color, but it had more of a blue tone. But with the theme that I was going, this has the gold flake underlay, or more so gold shimmer in the light. It's not true flake, but they helped me with that.
This car has a sister. Can you tell us about the sister and then the license plate you chose?
Sister. Yeah. Getting into the Supra community is definitely a niche group. They like to keep themselves in their according marks. The Mark V, the newer Supras. Toyota can do no wrong by contracting BMW to build their cars. Don't sue me, Toyota. I still love you. I still love this. The Mach 5s are cool. But I wanted to make sure everyone knew that this was not a BMW. We went with it and rolled with it. Funny enough, when I went to the DMV, NOT BMW was available. That's what I ordered. And then I got N8T BMW. So, I mean, people always confuse it for a Nate BMW, and I'm just like, what is a Nate BMW? Clearly, it's not BMW. You really didn't try and guess at license plate names growing up on road trips.
Where's the secret spot? Where does this car perform well?
Secret spot? Probably honestly, just because it's a straight shot. There's not a lot of lights. Most of the time I'm driving that way anyways because I'm going to night moves, going to Freedom, going to Cars and Coffee. So probably say it's just straight shot. I know where the cops are. Not that I commit any illegal,
Of course.
but I know where I can have some fun, and it's not residential, so I'm not having to worry about a kid running out in the middle of the road.
If you're letting somebody borrow this, what do you tell them? Wait, what's the what
man.
issues or what should they look out for?
Don't dog it. It's a 40-year-old car. Have fun. Don't wreck it. If you do, you owe me $100K. Watch out for the other people, honestly, because, you know, it's Virginia Beach. I mean, 757 is general. Quirk-wise, just don't dog it. Treat it with respect. It's a 40-year-old car. It's going to have its quirks, but you can drive it from here to Arlington and back. No problem. Toyota can do no wrong. Toyota, sponsor me, please. GR, not really, but sponsor me.
Is the build finished or is there more?
Oh, there's always going to be more.
Yeah.
There's always going to be more. I'll find something that I think will just look so much better than what's currently on it. You know, right now it's on BC racing coils. Eventually I'd like to go with bags just for a smoother ride, something that I can have more peace of mind with. Dropping $4,000. I really want to do that when BC racing coils work just fine. Wheels, you can always do with better wheels. Nothing terrible or wrong with the wheels, but just like a pretty little girl with nail polish, they can get some new shoes. You know, I actually have a 3-piece spoiler, the iconic 3-piece spoiler for this build. Sanding it down, gonna paint match it, put it on. You know, some of these parts are just so hard to find that you're kind of forced to go aftermarket. So the front mud flaps, for whatever reason, have non-stainless steel, non-galvanized metal strips in them, so they rust. Both of them are rusted out. No rust on the body or anything of the chassis, but those two pieces, you know, you can't find them new, and you can't find them unrusted. The only alternative is to get the side skirts that, you know, go front to rear. Don't really want to change the look that much. I found a set that I do like. I've got some plans for other stuff first before diving into that. So definitely would like to eventually do a front-facing plenum, but that in itself is an endeavor because the plenum itself is like $2,000, and then you have to get a custom-made throttle body. You have to get a throttle cable from some random year Toyota. Then you got to do the battery relocate. So it snowballs. Right now I've got it to the point of I've done all the maintenance on it. The motor's been rebuilt. It's got all new internals. The front suspension's been replaced within the past 5 years, which, you know, isn't much, but in that 5 years, this thing has only gotten, you know, 5,000 miles, if that. 500 miles of it has been since I've owned it. You know, I don't drive it like a daily, and I do that specifically because I want to keep it for the next 30, 40 years. And I've done a hot air intake in the engine bay because I didn't want the puddle sucker down here. It's HKS, sponsor me. Coil Rad racing radiator, Coil Rad, sponsor me. Courtesy of Night Run. Night Run, if you want to sponsor me, I'm local, come on, we can do this. A lot of cosmetic stuff. I painted the cam or valve covers to match green. They're not the same color green, but, you know, they're dark enough green. Actually used the gold paint from the rims to paint the inlays for the Toyota. Water pump, alternator, thermostat, plugs, wires, distributor. Last week changed out the grounds because, again, Toyota can do no wrong. I love you, Toyota, sponsor me. You've got a ground smaller than my pinky for your engine to the firewall. Come on. 2 a.m. garage nights with some beers, memories, but it was pain. It was a chore. But, you know, again, owning an antique car, owning a classic car is a chore. But it's well worth it.
The floor is yours. Plug yourself. Talk to the camera. It's your stage.
Oh, man. All right. Well, exciting news. The end of the month, so May 30th, Tuner Evo at the Virginia Beach Convention Center. She got approved. She'll be there. So that way I can judge myself harder than anyone else will be in there judging it. as of 3 days ago, she and I are officially a member of Midnight Pretenders. We are Black Tier members. Had some conversations with the owner, and he liked what I was doing with the build, liked my reasonings behind it, which it's a dream car. I've got, 2 kids that I want to raise into car enthusiasts, just like I did. I didn't have the opportunity to work on cars with my parents, but my daughters sure as heck have and will continue to have those opportunities, because someone's gonna have to hold that flashlight. Definitely looking for sponsors if anyone is interested. I'm interested in trying to get bags and wheels, but other than that, or front facing plenum, plans for that really just work out the quirks of a 40-year-old car, which more likely than not will never happen. So I'm just going to enjoy the ride, because by the time I get all the quirks of the 40-year-old car out of the way, the front row of it's going to be 20 years. So I thoroughly enjoy it. My body doesn't, but I thoroughly enjoy the mechanics, tinkering on things, problem solving, trying to just continue to make this something that I'm proud of, with something that my kids and wife are proud of. Because again, not too many people get to say, hey, I'm 34 and I have my dream car. Again, it's not a Ferrari, it's not a Lamborghini, but it's mine. It's my Supra. And no one can take that from me. So yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah, dude.
Yes, sir.
Great answer at the end there. Yeah. Good answer.
I tried. I worked on keep getting wet.
So you're fine. So yeah, let's whip this hoe.
Right? All right.